Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes, and pay the right vendor. This week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is answering the question, can you require a tax ID for a U.S. government vendor? Now, U.S. government entities are exempt from 1099 reporting, so you may think that not requiring a W-9 and thus not requiring a tax ID is a given, but it's not a given. And my answer is that while you should not require a tax ID because the IRS does not, you should still request it. Why? Well, two reasons. One, unless the entity that you or your vendor team member is trying to set up is a well-known government entity, how do you know that that vendor is an eligible government entity, i.e. that eyeball test? Now, unless the entity is well known or there is no one to collect a W-9 form from, request a W-9. Two, some government entities may even have tax IDs, so the vendor teams can then use it to verify that the vendor or the entity is real and that the vendor legal name is set up correctly, and also verify that the address is valid. Now, if you want more information on best practices for setting up U.S. government vendors, including what the IRS's definition of a government vendor is, I will link to a recent blog post in the description below. If you would like more information on how to combat fraud, please go to my website, debrarrichardson.com, for free resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and bad vendor data. So good luck, and don't forget to tune in next Tuesday for next week's Vendor Master File tip of the week.